Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to show you how to do a bubble test on the gas train of a Cleaver-Brooks flexible water tube boiler. So before you do your bubble test, you want to make sure that your gas is on. The gas that feeds your gas train. So the great thing about this bubble test is it can be performed on any gas train that uses these type of blocking valves. Makeup airs, boilers, doesn't really matter. So for starters, you want to find where you would use the bubble test, which is right underneath here. You'll tend to see two plugs. You have one plug here, and this has a nifty ball valve, which makes this blocking valve test a hell of a lot easier. Just be sure you do not open this plug while the gas valve is open, because it's considered the live plug and you'll dump gas into the space. I found that out the hard way a few years ago. So performing a bubble test is pretty simple. First, you want to make sure everything is isolated here. You want to take your plug out. Go. Get your fitting here, like so. Make sure it's good and tight. Grab you a container of water, preferably one that's see-through, so we can see if we have any bubbles, of course. Next, you want to drop your hose down into your water, doink, and from there, open the valve, and let's see if we have any bubbles. So as you can see, our valve is open and we do not have any bubbles. So while performing your test, you would like to set a timer for 1 minute, but I'm going to use the magic of editing. So after 1 minute, we do not see any bubbles. So normally the rule of thumb is you certainly do not want to see more than 10 bubbles from your blocking valve while it's in the shut position, like so. Because if you see more than 10 bubbles per minute, it's most likely the valve has failed and we're allowing even the smallest amount of gas to trickle into our boiler. But it's better to be safe than sorry. If you do see any bubbles, it's probably best to just swap it out. Well, now that we've finished our bubble test and we're near the blocking valve itself, how about we go ahead and look for signs of fluid leaking from our blocking valve. So the most easiest place to start with would be on the top of the valve body here. You tend to see a sticky fluid, something that looks like it's wet, and you'd wipe it away and it will be really sticky on your gloves. So let's look underneath and around. We don't see any sort of fluid down here, just dirt. Yeah, just dirt. And we'll look on the back side. And you'll also look on the side of your blocking valve where the gasket meets the head. And we'll see if we see any fluid or anything. We don't see any back here. We don't see any on the side here. And yeah, this blocking valve has all its fluid. And we also know it's working because we performed our bubble test and we didn't get any bubbles, which is awesome. Now let's play the devil's advocate. In some cases, our old friend Murphy's Law will come into play, and if something that could go wrong will go wrong. Now let's say our blocking valve, either the gasket's failed inside and gas is leaking through from our failed bubble test, or we see some sort of fluid leaking around our valve. First thing we want to do is kill power to the entire boiler. So just find the main disconnect, and afterwards we want to take off this cover here. So I'm going to use the magic of editing. So now that we have our cover off, which is simple enough, 2 screws. We'll find the wires that come in, find out which wires to take apart. It's mainly the wires that are coming in into the blocking valve itself. Sure, these guys here, a couple wires down there. And last but not least, if we look down here, we'll see one Allen screw on the side, and you'll see another Allen screw on the back side. It could be on either the one on the left, one on the right, one on the front, one on the back, depending on the orientation of your blocking valve. And once you loosen those Allen screws, it's as simple as just popping the top, dropping in your new one, wiring her in. And after you pull off your blocking valve, it's best to also remove these screws here. You'll have two in the back. You'll have two dead center and two on the front. And you can pop the head of this off, look inside, inspect, make sure you don't have any hydraulic fluid that has settled down inside of your valve. If you do, that'll mix with the gas and you're just asking for a headache. But just remember, it's always best to do blocking valve bubble tests, like I said, on boilers, makeup airs, air handlers, pretty much any piece of equipment in the gas train that uses blocking valves. Because what can happen is, in the event that it's failed, it'll just continuously feed whatever you're firing with gas. And even though there is a purge, it may not be enough to get completely all of the gas out of your burner, which would cause to hard light-offs, explosions, incomplete combustion, which can harm your boiler and lead to ruptured tubes or any sort of explosion on your device that you're using your blocking valve to protect yourself from. So hey guys, thanks for joining me today, and I'll show you guys how to do a bubble test on a blocking valve. Have a good one.